episode 4 of The Download at aka.ms/thedownload.
With everything that's been happening this year, marketers across the globe have had to upskill in tremendous ways. In this episode, we'll be noodling with our industry leaders on their most valuable learnings and hear what their big bets are for the year ahead. Let's dive in and meet our guests. Magdalena Pandiloska, CMO of Microsoft Canada, Kaue Lara Cury, Head of Communications Planning at Natura & Co. Latin America, and Chief Creative Officer of Headspace, Caroline Pay. Welcome everybody and thank you for joining us. Magdalena, we've all had to shift the way we work this year. What were some of the most valuable skills or lessons that you learned? And what are you going to be honing for 2021?
From a marketing perspective, we had to rethink every aspect of our disciplines and more significantly how we do events in B2B, as we made decision early on to go 100% digital only. So we moved over 1,000 events online. 3 valuable lessons that we learned that we're taking into next year are the following. Really rethink the entire experience. Don't simply translate what was created for a different form, similar to even this episode of Noodle. Over-communicate to everyone, attendees, vendors, agencies, and of course the production and business teams. And the third one would be no matter what changes are happening internally and externally, make sure you stay true to your brand.
Kaue, given the relationship Natura has with its consultants, what has this year taught you?
So, as nothing of this was planned, we needed to move fast to understand the person needs or the people needs of our consultants before we understood how we can evolve our business model of direct sales. And now we are bringing all these consultants to a more digitalized business model, focusing mainly on use them not only as a business partner, but also as a social influencer and a social seller of Natura. So we are using them as a media and not only as a salesperson.
Caroline, the service that Headspace provides is more important than ever. What's been some of your takeaways from this year?
We felt the difference immediately, that people all of a sudden realized that being remote, being isolated, working from home meant that they needed to take care of their mental health, like for real this time. So we were able to step up and provide a meaningful role in society. We created Weathering the Storm, free for the whole world to help people cope. And then, internally within the business, we are remote at the moment and going forward we'll be remote first. So as everyone, everywhere, communication is so important. We really can't over communicate with our people at the moment.
Now, this wouldn't be a year-end wrap-up without some future predictions. And I'd love to hear from all of you on areas you think marketers or businesses will need to continue to transform for 2021.
I think what we saw this year is the broader function of communication. We are not here just to communicate our products or causes, but we are here to use this communication as a tool of change and continues this conversation with our audience. And of course, educate them about the usage of their own data. Why your data means a lot to companies and how we are using this data to get better in our communication to this audience.
This is a marathon. We don't quite know when it's going to end. So I think our number one focus next year is going to be resilience. So Headspace is proven to improve resilience, so we can definitely help that with our kind of D2C members, but also really importantly to us is how we partner with the big brands, with big enterprises who need to reach out and help their workforces at scale. So partnering with the likes of Microsoft allows us or enables us to offer Headspace as part of someone's daily work routine. We're still having to keep up with our jobs and be brilliant at work. And if we can offer, ways to improve your health and happiness on a daily basis through partnering with enterprises, then that seems to be, the right thing to focus on for 2021.
Everyone is discovering new collaboration habits that I believe will persist well beyond this crisis. But what we have all seen probably is 2 years of digital transformation compressed in 2 months. So I believe that for the businesses that embarked already on the journey, it will be critical to address culture and upskilling in order to be successful. And for the ones that are beginning to transform, really increase sense of requirement not to compromise in security and privacy.
Thank you all to our speakers for sharing their words of wisdom and future projections. If I was to summarize, it feels like harnessing a growth mindset will need to be on all of our New Year's resolutions lists.